Honey friends. So I've been doing kind of a series thing that's going on, bullet journaling on a budget. And this one is finding items in the Dollar Tree. I found everything within the Dollar Tree journal and a bunch of different supplies to use. Didn't find everything I was hoping I would. And the Dollar Tree surprised me because it entirely changed. It is no longer everything for $1. There's Dollar Tree Plus or Dollar Plus. I'm not sure. Anyway, but I'm hoping that this will show that you can use most anything. You can go to the Dollar Tree and give yourself a budget of, mine was $20. You can give yourself a $10 budget and you can still bullet journal and make an amazing, great journal. So we're going to show you the supplies, show you the haul, and then do a setup in this journal to show you what is possible with what I've got. All right, you guys ready? Let's jump in. Okay, before we get started on a setup, the first thing we need to figure out is the pen swatches. So the one bad thing about this is that the binder part doesn't let it go all the way flat on the back page. But I mean, if you only have a Dollar Tree, it works. So we're just going to try the pens. I'm going to like this, I think. There we go. That's way better. All right. So we're just going to... So they actually flow really nice. Okay. There we go. Ooh, I like the purple. Purple's very pretty. The blue's really pretty too. It's like a bright blue color. Apparently the orange does not want to work though. There we go. Very pumpkin-y orange. That took a little bit. Okay, so now we're going to try the Crayola Super Tips. Couldn't even say the word. They're actually really fat kind of tips. Ooh, that's really pretty. I don't know why I use the word hello, but could really use the blues and those two pinks together. Even the purples together. That looks really nice. And then if we just do the highlighters, that's a very peachy kind of color. Yeah. I like the tips. They're like wide and flat. Now, most paper that's like real thin can't handle watercolors or that type of thing. But I'm still going to try and use watercolors because that can add a different element to your book. So we're just going to try this color, try a red color, and just, ooh, that's pretty. Okay. So if we look at the colorations and then we look at the shadowing, most of it actually is really good. We'll have to be careful using the watercolors on this paper because it will bleed through. It'll also kind of probably make it crinkle. There's a tiny bit of shadowing and bleed through, but not too bad. Or bleed through, whoops. And then shadowing's actually not too bad on the other page. So I think this is a good little notebook. All right, let's start our setup. Okay, so we're gonna do the flip through. I went back through and I traced over the stars because I didn't like the way that it looked without that line work on it. I also added a few dots to give it a little bit of something, and went back through and added just a couple extra stickers. The page looked a little empty whenever I went back and looked at it. And then you do have watercolor coming through. I actually don't really mind that. And then I used the scrap paper and ripped it up to do the corners. Did a line of stickers to kind of give myself a little border. And did some color work here. I just did the 4 on one side, 3 on the other. And if I wanted to, I could do a little note box down here. And maybe even a little box on the side if I wanted to. Down for the mood tracker, I did the same thing. I added some dots, traced them over, added the numbers, and then added a few stickers. And I just did simple colors with the pens. So blue, smiley, green is the and the pink is the sad. So that way I can say, okay, these are the days I had bad days, these are the days I had good days. And then the habit tracker, there's room here that you could probably even add maybe 2 here, 1 here if you move that sticker, and even 1 here if you moved over the sticker here. So you have room to add even more. I just figured 6 is a pretty good number. Then the checklist is kind of like my projects list that I do on my normal planner. But the checklist is just going through and going, okay, these are the different things I need to get done in each area. And then the first layout of the month would be just the first 2 days, and then maybe a for next week box, and then notes here. So that way I knew, okay, I needed to do this next week since this is only for 2 days. You can also put the 2 days into the following week, which most of the time I do on mine, but I just wanted to do a simple monthly layout. And it works really well. I think, you know, you do have a little shadowing and everything, but getting everything for the bullet journal from the Dollar Tree, gave myself a $20 limit. I was able to get a lot more things for the bullet journal, and it kind of made it really interesting. If you really don't like the shadowing and the bleed through, you can always glue 2 pages together like this, but keep in mind that that cuts your book down by half. So it's kind of up to you. Normally when I do something that has a little bit less GSM, which is the weight of the paper, I will use color pencils versus markers because there's not any bleed through. But I wanted to try a couple different materials like the markers, colored pens, using the paper in the corners and just focusing on stickers, and kind of trying the watercolor. So obviously watercolor doesn't work really well in here. Watercolor has a hard time in even the thicker paper, but I think it kind of adds a little bit of prettiness to it. So that is the October spread. You can do a setup just from the Dollar Tree, and good luck in your endeavors. Do you guys buy some of your supplies from the Dollar Tree? Let me know down in the comments. All right, see you guys in the next video. Bye, Mappy.